These celebrities have had unfortunate public meltdowns and displayed questionable behavior, leading people to believe that they completely lost their minds. Back in the year 2013, the actress Amanda Bynes was placed under conservatorship, with her mother having legal control of her following several run-ins with the police as well as involuntary psychiatric hold. However, her conservatorship was terminated back in March of 2022 after she provided evidence to the court that it was no longer required. Then in March of 2023, according to TMZ, Amanda Bynes was hospitalized and put on a psychiatric hold. And this was after she was found roaming without any clothes on in downtown Los Angeles. Amanda Bynes flagged down a car and told the driver that she was coming down from a psychotic episode before calling 911 herself. Then there was the actor Shia LaBeouf, whose career has been plagued with controversy and public meltdowns. In 2017, he was arrested in Georgia after swearing at someone who refused to give him a cigarette, and then when asked to leave, Shia LaBeouf became very aggressive and he attempted to flee from the police, but then he was caught in the lobby of a hotel where he continued to act very wildly and strangely.
I have rights. I'm an American. Come on, talk to me. You got me in my hotel, arrested me in my hotel for doing what, sir?
A law enforcement video posted by TMZ revealed shocking statements made by Shia LaBeouf from the back of a police car, including making threats.
So we're not gonna have a conversation?
No!
Okay.
You gonna put these off my arms or you be
From there, let's look at Charlie Sheen. Following his firing from the show 2.5 Men back in 2011, Charlie Sheen had a very public breakdown where he referred to himself as a warlock with tiger blood and Adonis DNA. He even lived with two adult industry stars who he referred to as goddesses and started the hashtag winning.
You judge me, you condemn me, you discarded me. Well, not anymore. Winning!
Charlie Sheen returned to television in 2012 with a lead role in FX's Anger Management, but the show was cancelled after only 2 seasons. Lindsay Lohan was someone who became a household name at a very young age, starting with her dual role in Disney's 1998 remake of The Parent Trap. She went on to star in more Disney films, including Mean Girls, and this was before her personal life began to overshadow her professional life. Lindsay has had numerous run-ins with the law, spending time in rehab and jail for drug and alcohol related offenses. In 2010, she spent 13 days in jail after violating probation and missing 7 alcohol education classes. She also attended court-ordered rehab from October 22, 2010 to January 3, 2011. But despite her troubled past, Lindsay Lohan maintains that she is a normal, nice person and says that she wants people to let go of her past.
You want to change now, why? Did you just get tired?
Tired.
Finally, there was Britney Spears. Britney Spears shocked the world on February 16, 2007 by shaving her head in front of paparazzi cameras at a Tarzana hair salon. In the documentary Framing Britney Spears, Wesley Morris, the former photography director for Us Weekly, he commented that her actions were a way of saying she was giving up. The media had destroyed the person that she once was, and she was not going to be that person again. Wesley Morris also criticized society for only seeing a crazy person in the images of Britney instead of understanding the situation that she was in. But it didn't stop there. Following the incident of her head shaving, Britney Spears made headlines again when she attacked a paparazzo with an umbrella. This occurred after she and her cousin Ali Sims were relentlessly pursued by photographers while driving through a gas station.
Guys, please, guys, don't do this. No, oh God.
And on the day of the incident, Britney had driven to her ex-husband's Kevin Federline's house in hopes of seeing her son, but he didn't open the gate for her at all, and this added to her emotional stress.
These artists' careers were never the same after one incident, whether it was from their own terrible decisions that got blown out of proportion.
We're looking at likable celebrities who ruined their careers in seconds. First up, we have Meghan Markle. Before Meghan Markle became a royal, she was an actor gaining a lot of fame in Hollywood, especially for her portrayal of the character Rachel Zane in the TV show Suits.
I don't think that's a good idea.
The new opposing counsel is my dad.
Your dad is Robert Zane?
Is it so hard to believe that my father's black?
But that quickly changed after getting married to Prince Harry. What was once great admiration from the public became intense public distaste. In a major interview with Oprah Winfrey in March of 2021, Meghan and Prince Harry claimed that a member of the royal family approached them when Meghan was pregnant with her son Archie and expressed concerns about the potential skin color of the child when he was born. And after that, the couple released a documentary.
I wonder what would have happened to us had we not got out when we did.
Our security was being pulled. Everyone in the world knew where we were.
I said we need to get out of here.
And a book that spoke about the royal family in a negative light. And the public was not having this at all. And the couple, Harry and Meghan, are still in what is known as their flop era. Next up, we have Amber Heard. So one of the most talked about legal battles in 2022, and as a matter of fact, I think in history, was the divorce between Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, as well as all the trial and court drama that followed their divorce.
My ex-husband is suing me.
Brutal, cruel, and all false.
Amber Heard was married to actor Johnny Depp from 2015 to 2017, and during their relationship, she accused Johnny Depp of being vicious towards her.
Can you please tell the jury why you're here today?
Ms. Heard accused me of abuse.
And in early 2019, Johnny, he filed a defamation lawsuit against Amber Heard, and in response, she then filed a countersuit against him the following year. Initially, things seemed to be going in Amber's favor, but that all changed as evidence was brought out during the trial, and people got to see that she was actually very vicious towards Johnny Depp, and she definitely fell from grace. She's not held in high regard when it comes to public perception. From there, we gotta look at Will Smith. One unforgettable moment in the history of red carpet events is Will Smith's slap at the 94th Academy Awards. On March 27, 2022, after a joke about his wife,
he is praying that Will Smith wins. Like, please. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right?
Will Smith slapped comedian Chris Rock, and what made it very surprising was that Will Smith was laughing along for a few seconds before suddenly losing his temper. This incident turned Will Smith into an overnight meme, and he was officially banned from attending any Academy Award ceremonies for 10 years. The next celebrity is Lindsay Lohan. Lindsay Lohan, her career took off at a young age, but it wasn't until the remake of The Parent Trap that she became a household name.
And you and I are like sisters. Sisters. Hallie, we're like twins.
After the success of the remake, she starred in leading roles in some of the most popular chick flicks like Mean Girls as well as Freaky Friday. However, her fame didn't last very long though. Her struggles with substances as well as alcohol escalated in the late 2000s, and despite going to rehab and struggling with addiction and having multiple run-ins with the law, things just start to go downhill for her. These troubles damaged her reputation, and these days she is rarely seen on TV or in any movie. Next up, we end off with Amanda Bynes. Amanda Bynes had a successful career and earned a lot of money, especially during her early years. She appeared in popular films and was a part of Nickelodeon's All That. One of her most well-known roles was in the movie She's the Man.
Viola was facing a fate worse than death.
Sorry, Mom. I have a strict no ruffles policy.
However, things took a difficult turn in her life, and her parents were accused of not helping her during this very challenging time. Amanda Bynes refused to go to rehab, so her parents had to take legal action to make her go. Unfortunately, her life took a deeper downward spiral, and she became known for her unusual behavior. Back in 2013, she was arrested for DUI after a collision with a police car. And then 10 years later, in 2023, she voluntarily admitted herself to a psychiatric ward after being seen wandering the streets without any clothes on.
Celebrity breakups and divorces are a dime a dozen in Hollywood. We regularly see famous people jump from relationship to relationship or even from marriage to marriage.
These celebrities left their wives for younger women. The first celebrity to look at is Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp and Vanessa Paradis were not legally married, but they were a couple for 14 years and had 2 children together, a daughter named Lily Rose and a son named Jack. Now, they seemed very strong as a couple. They seemed pretty happy until Johnny Depp worked with Amber Heard in the movie The Rum Diaries, and this was back in 2011. And during filming of that movie, Johnny Depp and Amber Heard became really close. And as a result of this, Johnny, who was reportedly 49 years old at the time, and Vanessa Paradis, who was 39 years old, announced that they'd be separated, and that was in June of 2012. So after that, Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, they started traveling around the world together, and they got married in February of 2015 when she was reportedly 28 years old. However, their relationship quickly soured after that, and they were separated in May of 2016, and their divorce was finalized in early 2017, and it was such a messy process, especially what followed afterwards.
In one of the most bizarre breakups the world has ever seen.
The next celebrity is Tom Cruise. He married Mimi Rogers in 1987 when he was becoming very famous. And by 1989, he was 27 years old and he was a superstar and married to a 33-year-old actress who wasn't as well known.
A future worldwide known actress, Mimi Rogers, was born in Florida in 1956.
And then while working on the movie Days of Thunder in 1990, Tom Cruise met a 22-year-old Nicole Kidman. And in the same year that the movie came out, Tom Cruise divorced Mimi Rogers and married Nicole Kidman.
The couple divorced the following year and thus began a Hollywood romance for the ages.
And they adopted 2 children together. Then fast forward to 2001, Tom, he surprised Nicole by filing for divorce, and he soon started dating actress Penelope Cruz, who was 27 years old at the time, while Nicole Kidman was 34 and Tom Cruise was 41.
In 2000, Cruz began filming Vanilla Sky with Penelope Cruz, and soon after, he was seen getting cozy with his enigmatic co-star.
From there, we gotta take a look at Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck was engaged to Jennifer Lopez in 2003 when he was 30 years old and she was 33 years old. Then he met Jennifer Garner, who was also 30 years old at the time, and ended his engagement with J-Lo for a relationship with Jennifer Garner. Then, more than a decade later, Ben Affleck reportedly cheated on Jennifer Garner with a younger woman known as Lindsay Shukas, who worked as a producer on Saturday Night Live. And then after separating from Jennifer, Ben began publicly dating Lindsay, even though he was still legally married to Jennifer, and Lindsay was still legally married to her husband, Kevin Miller. Either way, years later, Ben Affleck went full circle and now him and J-Lo are married. Rowan Atkinson is another celebrity who left his wife for a younger woman. Back in 2015, the British comedian and actor Rowan Atkinson's, aka Mr. Bean's, divorce was finalized with his wife of 24 years, Sunitra Sastry. And she was reportedly 58 at the time and he was 60 years old. But before the divorce was finalized, he started dating Louise Ford, who was a 33-year-old actress at the time. And this whole quick rebound was seen as unreasonable behavior by a judge who finalized Rowan Atkinson's and Sunitra Sastry's divorce in just 65 seconds, like record-breaking time. Rowan Atkinson and Louise Ford are still together, they're going strong, but only time will tell if their 26-year age difference will become an issue in their relationship in the future. The final celebrity to look at is Brad Pitt. So Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston, they were a beloved couple in Hollywood during their 5-year marriage.
If you and I were married, I would want to give you what you need. That's all. I'm talking about taking care of each other the best you can.
They divorced in 2005, and that was when Brad Pitt was reportedly 41 and Jennifer Aniston was reportedly 36. Brad Pitt then began a relationship with his co-star from the movie Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Angelina Jolie, who was 30 years old at the time. Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie were together till they were declared legally single in 2019 by a judge, and this was after they got married in 2014.
I mean, you don't think that way. You have no idea going into it. You're just trying to make the damn thing work.
They had separated in September of 2016, but their divorce status is still uncertain and still not yet finalized. So they are still legally married at the time of this recording, although they are legally separated, like legally single.